welcome to Life's Beating Heart. My name is Matthew, and today I am going to do a tarot card reading for you. So, um, before I start pulling cards, I'm going to just give a quick disclaimer to the general audience that my readings are timeless, so that whenever this message finds you, there may be a message in it for you, so stick around. And also use your own discernment and judgment how to apply these messages to your own life personally, and take responsibility for your own choices. Okay. What does the viewer need to hear today? What does the viewer need to hear today? I'm going to act as a channel for your higher self, for your angels, your ancestors. What messages do they want to give to you right now? No, that's too many cards. Just one, please. I asked just one card, so I'm only taking one. I'm going to put that one back. Yeah. Okay. So, acting as a guide, a channel for your angels, ancestors, what messages do they have for you today? You have this 10 of fire here. You have this 10 of fire. Interesting. You see, like, the whole sort of system is lit up there, like the whole line, like it's rainbow colors, like a full kind of activation going on here. It's kind of really beautiful. I'm going to put that so you can see closely for a moment there. Just appreciating the art. Yeah, I kind of want to read from the book from you briefly. Please be patient with me, because this book is actually very informative. In this particular tarot deck, I don't always read from the books, but with this one, it's quite insightful here. So let's see. The keywords here are doing, self-mastery, mastery, evolution, enlightenment, light work, light being, and discipline. Your key phrases are mastery of both craft and self. Take command of yourself in your life. Take responsibility for your actions. Do not be a slave to outside forces. Order, structure, and simplicity. Be disciplined and dedicated. Stop making excuses. Act. And you can do anything that you set your mind to and act upon. So yes, the 10 of fire here symbolizes mastery, not just of a skill or a craft, but of oneself. Self-mastery. Isn't that a thing? It means understanding the tools of your craft and wielding them with all the skill, precision, and craftsmanship. It's about knowing yourself and using that knowledge and understanding to bring you all that you need and desire with the same level of skill, precision, and craftsmanship. The master illustrated in the 10 of fire knows how to wield his potential power. He moves with clear intentions, and he acts with the same intent. He is aware of what motivates his behavior and actions, and exhibits complete self-command. He acts with deliberation and with complete awareness of the effects of his action, that the effect his actions will have upon himself and his environment. He is not only confident, he is capable also. He has evolved from a person who has lacked awareness and perhaps even blamed others for the problems in his life, because he was unable to see that every action gives rise to a consequence. Kind of that, victim of life mentality, right? He once stumbled about, his inexperience resulting in more mistakes than triumphs. But he continued, and in doing so, reached a crucial moment of enlightenment when he realized that in order to succeed, he had to take command of himself and his life. He had to take responsibility for every choice made, for every action, and for every emotion. From that moment on, he would shape his life. He would shape who he was, and he would no longer be a slave to outside forces. He would become a master. If the Ten of Fire appears in your reading, he indicates a time to step up and take charge of your life. It is a time to dedicate yourself to the path of the master. Not so that you can have control over others, but so that you can shape your life with skill and confidence. How does one become a master? It may require pushing one's mind and body to continue, despite all impediments and perceived restrictions. It requires dedication and discipline, and a willingness to set personal challenges and goals and to stick with them. It also requires knowing when to stop and to allow yourself time to absorb and recharge. Resting is also part of the process, guys. Even when you are a grind set type person pushing yourself to growth, remember also to rest sometimes. By the way, pro tip. Where was I? It also requires knowing when to stop and to allow oneself to absorb and recharge. The master recognizes that there is time for growth and a time to be dormant and rest. Above all, to become a master, you must be willing to learn. On a metaphysical level, see a lesson in all experiences. On a practical level, learn something that requires daily practice and do not allow your first inevitable failures and mistakes to inspire you to give up. Want to be a writer? Then the Ten of Fire suggests dedicating time to writing every day and learning how to write well. To be a musician, practice every day and take the time to learn correct technique and other fundamental elements. If you want to be thinner or stronger, move every day and embrace healthy eating habits. If you want to save money, learn how to be frugal and careful and live in a way that costs you less. Choose to be good at what you do and whatever it is that you're doing. Being a master is not about being the best or being number one. The Ten of Fire symbolizes giving your best and continuing to improve and grow, because by giving your best each and every time, you challenge and push yourself just that little bit further until what you do becomes second nature to you. In general, when the Ten of Fire is drawn, consider it as a message to act and not to make excuses. To be a master, you have to be willing to work with your mind and hands with an almost religious observance. There is no other way. Say it once again for the people in the back. There is no other way. Finally, the Ten of Fire also symbolizes reaching that point where dedication and hard work have created ease and surety. That moment when you can look at the task before you and say with confidence that you understand what you have to do and you're capable of doing it well. It's a powerful moment. Take the time to acknowledge and enjoy it. Celebrate your achievements and accomplishments, no matter how big or small they are. Shine, rejoice. You have earned this moment in the spotlight. Delight in it and allow it to inspire further fearless exploration, growth, and evolution. Wow. All right. So that's just the beginning here. This is just the foundational energy. We're going to go deeper into this, but there's like a point of like self-mastery here for you. This is really beautiful. This is like everything sort of coming into alignment. You've got your tools. You've got your higher vision activated here. You've got your passion, the fire, the wings of fire here are going as well. Like you got the passion carrier. You got like everything. Everything's sort of like coming together here. And then you got all the, like the chakra system balance. So it's like the understanding yourself and the forces that are driving you and keeping those all sort of in a homeostatic balance. That's very beautiful looking right there. That's very angelic looking, to be honest. All right, so I'm going to ask now to pull out some more details here. Please be patient with me as I shuffle these cards out. Let's see. Angels, ancestors, what else? What is the message here? What is the storyline here? Inner voice. We have inner voice. Hold on. Maybe I don't know. Do I show these to you now as I go? You have letting go. You have beyond illusion. Okay, you got two together. I'm going to take these together. You got courage and schizophrenia. And okay, so I'm going to stop with that deck, and I'm going to use one more. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you. To clarify this bottom row, to give us more context, okay? So let's start with clarifying this 10 of fire here. If you really don't like this part, you can like skip forward to talking again. Let's see, clarify the inner voice. We got the 7 of. I'll just show you them in a moment here. Hold on. We have okay, clarify letting go. Clarify the letting go card. Okay. Clarify beyond illusion. Thank you. Okay, this is the weird one. This is all right. Not weird, but because there's two together. All right, clarify the courage and schizophrenia. I guess I'll take two clarifying cards here for this. Ooh, I fell on the floor. All right. So let's see. What are the messages here for you today? So you have to clarify your 10 of fire here, which would be the equivalent with the wands cards. You also have the 7 of wands here. So 7 of wands. Now, interestingly, we're seeing the back side of him. This is a double-sided card deck, you see, right? This would be the normal sort of 7 of wands meaning, which would show me like a guardedness or like defensiveness here. But interestingly, because we're seeing his backside, and we're seeing like that he clearly has the higher ground in this vantage point. Um, like to the extent that there's even wands, like they're like reaching up, trying to like barely poke at his feet, right? Like they can't even reach this guy anymore. So there's like a point. There's like something to saying like there's a certain level of like energetic protection that kind of comes with keeping yourself in harmony and in balance and just focusing on your self mastery path. Like when you just focus in fully on yourself and your path and your self mastery, and you just stay on that like edge of that your own self mastery, and you keep yourself like aligned and balanced and keep your energy like in this sort of state, like you don't really have to worry about any sort of like the challenges and opposition, because like look how like low and below you almost all of that is. You know what I'm saying? So there's like a certain level of like protection, or like things can't even like reach you, is the sort of feeling I'm getting from that there, which is pretty beautiful. Um, but it all's hinging on that like staying in that like energy and alignment, right? So that's where you have to like do the work, and that's like a daily sort of homeostasis thing, right? Like spiritual practice, doing your stuff, doing your work, keeping that connection strong. So next you have the inner voice, clarified by the hanged man. All right, so this would be the high priestess, clarified by the hanged man. Okay, so now that's kind of interesting. What that's telling me here is like, it's first of all, it's wanting you to go more into meditation, spend more time in meditation, spend more time getting quiet. I'm going to show you, by the way, just coincidence, just a coincidence. I'm sure everything's just a coincidence, right? The bottom deck of this other deck, that when I stop shuffling, is turning in. This person turning in and going into meditation here. So it's wanting you, the spirits are wanting you right now, spend some more time. Make time. Make time. Make time to do it. If you don't do this like enough, like make time out of your day. It's worth it. Like you are worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like make time to turn in. All the other demands of the world can take like an extra however many, 5, 10, 50, however many minutes, whatever. Make more time to turn in. Connect with that inner voice, right? Because what's going to happen here, there's like a perspective shift that's wanting to like arise in you. It's like wanting to, the inner voice, like when you actually connect to it and tune into it, it's going to start to change something. Like your whole entire worldview is going to start to turn upside down through this process. But you have to get quiet enough and receptive enough and turn in enough to really hear that inner voice. Now that shouldn't be too difficult for you, like if you're in this like masterful state here, but it's like, so maybe this is like already like a process you're not so struggling with. But that's just a message, you know, just for general audience, right? So there's something happening here with like the inner voice, like the when you connect to it and turn it into it, it's like really like turning your whole worldview upside down in a way, or your whole perspective of reality here. Something is like perspective of, yeah, I don't know, maybe like what is possible or something here. Um, next line is interesting here. We're gonna take a turn. Because you have letting go. I have the Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups to clarify it. So, like, ooh, like that's kind of beautiful, you know? Like the letting go dripping down into the Two of Cups. Do you see? Like, do you see this? How this is like, you see, like, if this is the, oh shit, Make sure I don't leave my hand. Fucking candles. Yeah. Um, fire hazard. Um, do you see how the water droplet here, the it's kind of dripping down? Like this is how I see the flow of the energy, right? So because letting go, all right, because the point of this card is the water drop is starting at the top of the leaf, and then it has to like let go and surrender to like fall and like merge into the ocean again, to get back into the pond, right? Like, so look a little closer. Do you see how like the water drop? It starts at the tip of the leaf, but then it like when it finally lets go, it's gonna like fall and like merge into the back into the collective water body, the pond, the bigger water there. Um, so that's like the individual. That's a metaphor for the individual self, like merging back into like a bigger like oneness of existence here. But then it's so beautiful because like what I'm seeing is the water that you're tipping into is this two of cups. So this is like a relationship here. So it's like a soulmate or like an equal love like partnership here. And interestingly, because it's like so this would be there's two sides of this card. So this would be like on the dark side. This is on the light daylight side. So it's like something that's like in the light of day for you here, but it's like there's some process here of like needing to like surrender, like a process of surrendering to that needs to happen here on one or like both like ends here. But like if that is like what needs to happen, that seems like it would just kind of be a natural thing here because it's like the gravity will sort of just like pull into that like letting go and surrender energy here. Yeah. um right, because what I'm seeing next is this beyond illusion and clarified with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so beyond illusion is the Judgment card, but there's like beyond in this deck, it's kind of like seeing to the deeper reality of something. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing through the illusion of something, seeing through the Maya, seeing to the deeper truth of reality about it, about something or another. And it's being clarified with the Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles being like something about like, oh wow, oh that's actually kind of cool. Hold on, wait a second. Another layer to this. Well, just to clarify, it just sort of adds like extra confirmation to what I just said already. It's nothing extra or nothing new information. But okay, so this is the regular Four of Pentacles here. But then on this side, he's like looking out a window and he's sort of seeing a vista or seeing like something beyond his normal like situation, right? So actually that's interesting because he's seeing even this guy in the Four of Pentacles card, we're seeing the side of the card where he's seeing beyond his Four of Pentacles actually, which is really cool. The Four Pentacles are behind him. On the front of the card, the Four Pentacles are in front of him, and that's all he can like focus on. And because the Four of Pentacles is a kind of like it's a foundational energy, but it's also can be a clinging energy, like a sense of like a closed and like limited and clinging sort of energy here. So there's something about seeing like beyond um the limitations of a certain like a certain amount of like closeness, keep being closed off for the sake of like maintaining security here. There's something about like seeing beyond this like illusion of like maintaining security. That's kind of what I'm sensing here. um right, because right anyway for growth. Oh boy, okay. So going straight into the next card, that's beautiful because for growth you sometimes have to like, so you have the Four Pentacles, right? You have the Four Pentacles, right? But you don't have 10 Pentacles yet. You're not like fully, through the journey. So like in order for like growth to happen, sometimes you have to like shed the like shell of the comfort zone of the Four Pentacles. and move into like an uncomfortable space, because the next step is the Five of Pentacles on the journey, right? So that's like moving from the comfort zone of the Four of Pentacles into like an uncomfortable zone. But that's part of the journey to get all the way to the 10 Pentacles, right? But that's like, and sometimes it's necessary to like shed the comfort zone, to shed the shell that you've been previously in order for like growth to like start to reach your full potential. And then the next card we have is the Courage card, which kind of talks exactly about that. It's the seed that's growing into its full potential here. But the thing is, the Courage card talks about how the seed has to be courageous to open itself and shed the shell and begin the journey, because if it just stays as a seed forever, it's safe. It's like the Four of Pentacles energy. It's going to be safe, but it's never going to like reach its full potential, because it's just going to stay a seed forever. It has to actually like open up and be vulnerable and be a little bit in the dark at first, and kind of like fight and struggle up through the soil, um, here, and come to the light, and then keep grow until like the full like flower that it is here. But at the beginning of the process, it's a bit like vulnerable, so that part can be a little bit scary here, because then the card that came out with it is the Schizophrenia card here. So the Schizophrenia card is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. So there's a lot of Two of Swords energy here. So there's like some indecision. There's some indecision here about whether or not to like go for something, or not here, like whether or not to like go for it, or like stay like where you're at, I guess. So the interesting thing, so actually cool, like the way that it came out, like it's kind of cool, because there's green on this Courage card, and then on the green side, it came out in such a way that it's on the green side of the Schizophrenia card. So it's like you could go towards this option, or you could kind of stay back on your side of the thing. But actually, you're sort of like trapped in between the two things, and you can't seem to like want to choose anymore. Or there's someone else, like maybe in the situation, because now I'm getting like, what I'm getting is this like Two of Cups energy. So this could also be something to do with like a relationship dynamic. Um, Here, but there's something about like yeah, oh, okay, so there's something about like, just in general though, like to bring it back to like a more general message for you, is like there's something about the need to um just sort of let go and like make the choice, because like with the Schizophrenia card, it's like there is no good option here. Like there's no like win-win, like not that there's no win-win, that's not what I mean to say. There's no like way out of the thing other than to leap in this card. That's sort of the message of this card overall. Like typically there's no way out of the indecision, the bind of indecision, than to just decide like one way, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of just have to like take the leap into it. And then so what it's clarified by here is Justice and the Knight of Cups here. So there's something about like the Knight of Cups. This is why I was thinking like it might have to do with like a person, because there's something about like like an expression of feelings here. If it's not a person, it's got to be like a project here. But there's still anyway something to do. There has to be like some other person involved, because of the it's some type of like meaningful like partnership in some way, whether that's business or like romantic or creative, whatever, something. But there's something here about like an offer, like an expression of feelings or something that's like put you in this like limbo state, or yeah, um but with the Justice card, it's like this is saying that the Justice is saying it's somehow like divine, or like a divine, like somehow to bring like balance, in a way. Like this is like somehow like a divinely like ordained sort of thing here. So I think like it's it's looking like it's safe to like take the leap towards whatever this like thing could be here. Um, yeah, because there's like a theme here of overall like letting go. All right, so kind of what it's like looking to me here overall, if I could bring this message like all back around, it's like looking to me here like someone who's like really well established in their own self mastery here, um, and they're almost like wanting to like defend that, um, and keep their position, you know, and keep their comfort zone here with that four. Um, Four Pentacles, right? They're trying to hold their foundation, and they're holding because they have reached already like a pretty like high successful level of like with their own energy, um, independently. Uh, but now that the divine is like challenging them to like work and bring in like a partnership or like something, and like something that they could actually like surrender into. There's like a couple cards here implying to a certain level of like surrender with like the letting go here, and the beyond illusion of something about like the idea of like your control and your comfort zone and like maintaining your little with the yeah, that sort of melting away a little bit. And when the schizophrenia card, the indecision, like having to just like take the leap into that there. But what it's promising is like there's like a lot of potential of like growth for you here. Um, However, it's like fundamentally, of course, like whatever I'm saying to you, it's like, oh, remember because I mentioned earlier about the Four of Pentacles. Oh, dude, that's so crazy about getting to the Ten of Pentacles, dude. I just looked at the bottom of this deck over here. This has been here the whole time, but I just looked at it. It's the Ten of Pentacles. That's so crazy. So it's like if you want to get to that like, Ten of Pentacles, it's like you kind of have to drop the illusion maybe of like you can do it all alone, like maybe you can't, maybe you could get there faster if you partnered up with somebody. I don't know, because you got this 10 of fire here, but like maybe you only got like the 4 of pentacles or something, or like I don't know. Anyway, interesting. So if that is the situation for you, like if this has resonated, then your angels are sort of advising you to go for it, but also like of course like fundamentally like trust your own intuition, and make space for it. So like make more space to tune in and like kind of fundamentally like consider this in a way that like starts to like shift your perspective about um the potential for like letting go and like, you know, entering into uh equal and balanced divine partnership with the justice card here in this Knight of Cups. Yeah, because right now at the moment it's like you're like at the end of the reading, like right, it's like you're still sort of in this schizophrenia energy about it, but you have to like see beyond the illusion, right? See beyond the illusion of your comfort zone and your little throne of security there. But you are masterful over your energy. You can do this. I believe in you. If this was helpful to you in any way, please click the like button. Comment down below if you have something to say. I always love reading your comments. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me in the future. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I love you. Yeah. Until next time, for more words from the heart.